Hi guys. Okay, so there's been some requests for a review on how to do a linear regression on the TI-84. So I'll go through that really quickly here. I'm going to use example 2 out of lesson 7.1. So that's on page 395 if you need to take a look at that. And get your graphing calculator out. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to clear all the lists to make sure that the data is out of there that might have been left in there. So you push second and then plus. That gives you your memory key, and you go here to number 4, clear all lists, and hit enter, and it should say done. Okay, so now that's out of the way. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to push the stat key, which is right here. I'm going to go stat. And then the first thing says edit, so just hit enter. And then make sure you're in list 1, L1. And we're going to put all the x coordinates in there. So that's the square feet in example 2. So you're going to go 664, enter, 735, enter, 787, enter, and continue on 872. 903, 993, 976, 1133, 1150, 1244, 1474, and 1697. Okay, then you're going to arrow to the right, go into column L2. Okay, and you're going to put the Y's in there. That's going to be the monthly rent. So you're going to start with 995. Enter, 1045, 1095, 1205, 1245, 1325, 1295, 1295 again, 1595, 1595 again, 1595 one more time, and 1995 for the last one. Now, it's really critical that you look at the bottom here and make sure that the bottoms line up, because if one of the columns is longer than the other one, you're going to have problems. Okay? You also want to make sure, you want to double check that the monthly rent goes with the square feet for each one, because if you have those mismatched somehow, you're going to have problems with your data. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is once you got all your data in your calculator, the next thing you want to do is you want to go back to stat, and then you want to go to calculate. So you're going to arrow to the right, calculate, and then you're going to go down to number 4, says linear regression. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hit enter. And then arrow down to calculate, hit enter, and it says y equals ax plus b, and it says a is 0.906 and b is 403.09 essentially. So what that means is your line of best fit is going to be y equals 0.906 x plus 403.09. And I would just write that equation down somewhere. And then what you can do if you want to graph all this, okay, the thing you need to make sure is that your plots are turned on. So push second, y equals, and it says plot 1 right here. So mine says off, so I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to go to where it says on, and I'm going to hit enter again, and then I can quit. So my plots are turned on. Next, I want to make sure that my window covers the area that I want. So I take the smallest x. I'm going to push the window key right here. I'm going to take the smallest x is 664. So I'm going to go a little bit smaller than that. I'll say my x min is going to be 600. And then I'm going to take my biggest x is 1697, so I'll go to 1700. And since that's a really big range, my x scale right here, I'll probably count by 100. Then my y min, so my smallest y is 995, so I'll say 950 right there. And my biggest one is 1995, so I'll put in 2000. And I'll probably count by 100 there as well. And the X resolution, just leave that alone. Okay, now if you hit graph, there's your scatter plot right there. Okay, and whoops, syntax error. It says go to, oh, somebody put some other stuff in here. So you should always make sure that all your y equals are all cleared and everything too. Dang it, clear. There we go. Okay, so graph it again. Okay, so there we go. There's my graph. Now, if I want to see if my line of best fit's gonna work, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna push y equals, and I'm gonna push 0.906, and then my x key plus 403.09, and hit enter, and then I'll hit graph again, and it puts a line right down the middle of my data. Okay, now if I want to see if that line's a really good fit or not, the next thing that I will do is I will push stat and go to tests, and I want to arrow down to linear regression t-test, that is F, hit enter, and then just go down to calculate, hit enter, and then I want to scroll down to the bottom down there where it says R equals 0.96. That's a 96%. That's a good, that means that the line fits the data really good. So hope this helps. And you can look for more videos a little later.